Oh, hey, I know you're wondering, looks so good, right? Well, that's because we got ourselves some Mirchi lights. Oh. Now, we had less of a living room and more of a studio that we can rent out to wedding photographers. See, I know this is August and it's giving a very Christmassy kind of like a vibe. So, if you guys are watching this in December, did we make it? Leave it in the comment below and welcome to Son of Abish. My name is Abish Matthew. We've got an incredible episode lined up for you. This entire season we are shooting from home. That means you could shoot a show from home. So we made a live audience create their own talk show where I was the guest. Hello everybody, welcome to Son of Abish. Today I am going to be interviewed by amazing talk show hosts and other show hosts that we have in our live audience. And today I really feel like I want to be a guest on electric sandwiches. Electric sandwiches? What sandwiches?
Celebs with sandwiches.
Celebs with sandwiches. Okay, come on, celebs with sandwiches.
Hello.
Oh,
I need to
celebs with
wear
sandwiches.
I need to wear my interview glasses. Yes.
Okay, interview glasses. I'll wear my interviewee glasses.
So the way the show works is you have to come and we will be chatting, discussing, and you have to make your ideal sandwich at the end. Okay.
Introduce the show.
We have with us celeb extraordinaire, Abish Matthews.
Oh, thank you.
If you were a sandwich, what sandwich would you be? And I want your opinion.
I would like a piece of dough, another piece of dough. Take a little bit of coriander and mint, and then grind it, and then toast it, and then put it, and you eat it. It is called a la chutney sandwich. It's my, I love it because it is nothing but tasty carbs.
I wanted to make a bread pun. How does a baker celebrate Valentine's Day? This is very like...
How does a baker celebrate Valentine's Day? By taking his beloved partner and baking some bread for them. Because that's the best thing he could do.
It's just giving them flour.
If that was not bread pun, the joke was sour though. Okay, never mind. Bye. Please. One final guess. We're gonna get someone called Chit Chat Show. It's a lame name. Chit Chat Show.
Hello.
Oh!
My God!
Chit Chat Show is your show. What is the show about? I would love for you to interview me. You know, I mean, if you're okay with it. I'm a huge fan, by the way, of you.
Okay. Usually talk show means you need some like theme song or something like that. So, okay, we'll try something. Okay. This is the theme song. Here we go. F-R-A-N-C-I-S. It's Uncle Pranjis. It's Uncle Pranjis. Fun and music for the youth people. Uncle Pranjis. Uncle Pranjis. So, today my guest is one man. He has a talk show and you have seen him. His name is Abish. Please come now, Abish. Clap your hands. Please lift your hands and clap it.
Oh, Uncle Francis, thank you so much for having me. Can I just say that I'm genuinely a huge fan and I missed you in the middle.
Yeah, please feel free. See this interview. Imagine this is my living room. You have come to my house. To my house. Remember? Yeah, just sit down, relax. Okay? You want some water or anything like that? Shailaja?
No.
Right? You want water or anything?
No,
Coffee?
Uncle, you can't give me water.
Don't feel shy. You want halwa? I know you like halwa. Hey, Chubby, I know you like halwa, buddy.
Thank you.
You don't feel shy. I'm just your uncle, huh? Relax. Relax. Okay. Fine. So, I'll keep my chat show. I don't like to ask any personal questions like all these gossip questions and all. Okay, Abhi?
Perfect. Thank you.
So, we'll just ask, what's your monthly income?
COVID situation right now, so it's not that good.
Okay. Good. Then, Pa, what else, Pa? Enjoying. Good. Studying?
Uncle, I studied. No, long ago I studied.
Correct. What do you do now?
Host a talk show like the one that you've come for. Yeah.
Good. So we'll ask some fun questions, okay?
Oh, okay.
This is the next segment. This next segment is called Fake Facts or Fun Facts. Is it fake or is it fun? You decide, but I have the answers. Let's start this show right now. Penguins are ambidextrous. They're not in distress. Penguins are in ambidextrous.
Okay.
Fake fact or fun fact? Decide now.
It's a fun fact?
No, it's fake. Yes, it's fun also. If it is real, it's a fake fun, but otherwise it's fake. Don't fall for WhatsApp. Okay, next question. Is there anybody who's a doctor or studying for medicine?
Me.
Yes, you're doctors.
Are you a doctor?
Yes. I'm a student right now.
Oh,
Okay.
you're not a doctor, you're a student. Oh, I feel sorry.
I'm a doctor to be.
Okay, this question. Hey, relax. Hey, what kind of doctor shouting like this? Bloody your handwriting manners is also bad.
Excited doctors.
This is the fact or fun fact. I have a small growth in my lower left back. Is it cancerous or non-cancerous? Fake fact or fun fact? Come on.
It could be both. I kind of want to see it though.
Thank you, Uncle, for having me on your show, Uncle. This is
Yeah,
such a
definitely.
pleasure.
Enjoy yourself. Have a good rest of the show. Okay.
Okay. Everybody, give it up for the Chit Chat Show. Uncle Francis.
Hello, exit Siri. Exit this app. Siri.
Uncle, there's a button. You gotta press a button.
Okay, Google.
And now, for no reason at all, celebrity grocery items. Vin Diesel, Brad Pitt, Tiger Biscuit Shroff, Mohan Dar, Bobby Dio, Saif Ali Khan, Kareena Kapoor, Amitabh Bachchan, Deepika Padukone, Salman Khan.
Our first guest is a national award-winning actor, writer. She's been in movies such as Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, Margarita with a Straw, and incredibly successful shows such as Secret Games, Made in Heaven, and After Tonight, Son of a Beach. Make some noise for Kalki
Hi everyone.
Kalki, now, when I said Kalki Kekla, I'm sure half of them were like, Kalki, yeah! Kekla. And I have seen that every show that you go to, you have a particular mnemonic by which you explain how to pronounce your name.
Yeah.
And because it's like the opening ceremony, we have to start every interview that you've done. Can you please tell everyone the mnemonic that you use to explain how to get your name?
So, Kalki, aaj ki nahi Kalki, chocolate cake la mere liye, cake la.
Why chocolate? It has nothing to do with
I
the
love
name.
chocolate cake. I know, it's terrible. But look, if I try to explain it in the French way, which the name is French, right? Kekla. And in French, you just don't pronounce the last 5 letters in the word. You just like let them hang in the air like a perfume.
Yeah. Lovely. Welcome to Son of a Bear. From the very beginning, a lot of people have mispronounced it. Like, my name is Abish. People pronounce Abhish, Ashish, Abhishek.
Yeah.
And I know if I ever have a kid, I'll give them a very simple name. But have you learned nothing from your experience in India that you named your daughter Sappho, Sappho? How many people even get that right?
Nobody gets it right. My nanny who's helping, she is still saying Sappho.
What does it mean? I'm sure there is.
Oh, Sappho is basically, she was the first ever recorded poet in the history of mankind. So she was Greek and she wrote a lot of love poems, both to men and women. And so she's also known as like a lesbian icon because she was from this island called Lesbos. So that's where the word lesbian comes from. But basically, when I first met Guy, my partner, I went on a girls' trip to Israel. sorry, this is a long story. And then I'll cut it short. We
No,
went
go
on
for
a
it.
girls' trip to
So
Israel.
this is like a movie,
and-
the movie plot. You go for it. I'm listening as a
and
producer, okay?
we needed a ride to go to the Dead Sea, and so he was the ride. 3 days later, I had to go back to India, and he gave me this book as a gift, which I'm not sure what he meant by giving me a lesbian book, but anyway, it was the start of a blossoming relationship. And yeah, now we have a little daughter.
What game this guy's got? So
His
literally,
name is
if
Guy,
I...
by the way. Guy
Yeah.
is his literal
Guy's
name.
his name.
Yeah.
Guy. Okay, Kaki, I'm going to introduce you to our second guest for the evening. All right, our next guest is a stand-up comedian and an actor, and you might know him from shows such as Space Force, BoJack Horseman, The Mandalorian, and Wrecked. Please welcome all the way from LA, Asif Ali! Oh, there you are!
Okay.
Oh, Asif, Kalki,
How
like
are
she
you?
said, it sounded
How
existential.
come I can only see Abish? This is a bit weird.
I think
a-
you pinned his video, maybe.
Okay, now
I work for Zoom. So I'm so happy to be here. This is such a nice collect. This is so nice. It seems like all of your fans are such nice people. Also, that guy just looking down on his.
I'm glad you made it. I just have to clarify this for everybody watching it on YouTube who clicked it because of Kalki and Asif Ali. Oh my God. And then Asif Ali came and you're like, okay, it's not what I was expecting.
There is an Asif Ali, and you guys probably know him. Several of you were very excited when he announced my name, and then the video didn't come out. And I did hear some of you have that disappointment. I am America's Asif Ali. I had no idea that there is a much more famous and wealthy and influential Asif Ali living on the other side of the world. So a lot of times when I work on projects, I will be talking to the director and I'll look over, and if it's like the first day, they'll just have photos of everyone in the cast so they can remember like the name to the face. And 9 times out of 10, I'll look over and it'll be that Asif Ali. So then over the years, I've just been letting it slide, just no problem, letting it slide. And every once in a while, towards the end of the day, someone will come up to me and be like, that's not you. That's not you in the picture, is it? And I just say, thank you for noticing. So what I've been hoping for is that someday, maybe through this show, we can mediate both parties and we can create territories that each one of us reigns over, kind of like Game of Thrones. Or the ideal situation would be both of us come together and we make a movie together so that my 3 fans and his 10 million fans can finally have a project.
I know. I did the same thing to somebody else. I felt really bad about it. I was interviewing someone for my podcast, and it was the wrong person. As in, I researched the wrong person. It was
And you're like, you
terrible.
grew up here?
Yeah, I
Your
was so
Wikipedia page is
confused. It
completely
was
wrong.
the most confusing podcast I ever did.
Asif had an interesting question. Asif was like, yo, were you born here? Have you gotten that question a lot of times?
Yeah, we're like opposite. We're like inside outs, both opposites.
Yeah, the exact. You're like the opposite
Brown
end of
in
the
Arizona,
spectrum.
white in Tamil Nadu. Yeah.
When did you first realize that you were fish out of water?
As a very young child, all my friends were Tamilian, and I really thought I was brown because I used to hang out with them, and we used to look at foreigners and be like "Para para vellakara para," which means like look at the white person, So I used to get excited to see a white tourist, and it took me a while to realize that I am one of those.
One of those.
Yeah. I think it was around once I started going to like nursery school and stuff, because then like your teachers start to like adults mess it up, they like start separating people and make you feel different.
For you, that happened at nursery. Yo, this guy figured out that when did you figure out that you were fish out of water in Arizona?
Okay, I was in my neighborhood. There was white people, Mexican people, a few black people. So for most of my until I want to say maybe like 12, I was a young Mexican boy living my best life. Nobody, you couldn't tell. I had like a bulk. Me and my three brothers, we were just the young Mexican people who ate slightly spicier food. That's just what we were. and then it became a little like, oh, well, this is a little weird. Your mustache is coming in a lot faster than everybody else's. and then
the differentiation.
yeah. They're like, whoa,
wow, okay.
Your mustache is coming in way too early, way too thick.
Not meet a group of Indian people till you went to college? Like,
That's
where were you
a
staying?
miracle. I mean,
that's a miracle.
there is a group of Indian people everywhere.
Yeah, this show is a group of Indian people.
in Arizona, when I was growing up, there weren't really any. And then my family, we couldn't afford to take trips. So I didn't go to India until I was like out of college. So until I moved to Chicago, outside of maybe my cousins, I had never been around a group of just Indian people that I didn't know. And I was just so like, oh, is this what being white is? Just walking around and being like, oh yeah, I'm just a guy. There's no big deal. No one's like, oh, what's his deal? I was just another guy at a crosswalk. So,
Kalki, did the same thing happen to you when you went to London to study?
I was just going to say it didn't happen when I went to London, but when I went to foreign for the first time. But yeah, I was amazed by the number of white people, you know, and I remember feeling like, oh yeah, no one is staring at me. But as soon as I opened my mouth, it was very confusing for people because they were like, oh, where are you from? And I'd be like, I'm Indian. Oh, you don't look Indian. Okay, I'm French. You don't sound French. Okay, I'm from Periyamudelia Chavadi. You know?
Was there like a slight bit of a shock for you? Like, were you like, hey?
Oh, yeah. Lots of things were shocking, you know, like I couldn't believe I could just buy whatever I wanted in the supermarket. Only the Dubai kids in boarding school in Uti in South India, the Dubai kids would have like Nutella and all this
Dubai,
fancy.
I'm watching you. As a Malayali, I'm slightly offended. Wait for my tweet tomorrow.
Fancy Ferrero Rocher and all, you know. And then
you guys came up with the word Ferrero. How do you Ferrero?
Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher. Ferrero Rocher.
Asif, for you, when you came to India, was that also kind of like not a shock?
Listen,
was it like?
Yeah, when I went to India, I realized what happens is when people leave, they were afraid of like losing the culture, so then they like triple down on it, right? So they're like super hardcore. So like my parents are Muslim, so they were like, we need to do like all of the things and you need to have these rules and you need to do all this. And then you go to India and you go, no one is doing this. All of these rules you set up, no one is doing them where you grew up. And they were just freaking out because they were like, well, we don't know anything here because we never grew up here. So we're going to just like force all of this stuff on you. And then just, you need to be exactly how we were. They were like trying to make Hyderabad in Arizona, which that doesn't work. It's just embarrassing. Did you have
more Hyderabadis in Arizona, or was just you and your brothers, the Hyderabadis in Arizona? Oh my God.
Yes. The greatest thing for a parent that they could do is like not have any way for their kids to fact check their childhood. So then my dad presented himself like, I did all the right things. I always went to school. I did all these things. And usually I didn't even have any friends. I barely had any friends because my books were my friends. My school, my teacher was my best friend, and that's it. And I went to India, and then we talked to his friends, and they're like, that guy didn't even go to school half the time.
Yo, Asif, in India, we have the similar telltale, okay? All Indian parents say, I didn't have money to go to school. I used to walk 10 kilometers to go to school.
Be grateful for what you have. Look around you. Yeah, we get that.
My dad said there were 3 people on one bicycle, and then they would ride that bike for like 10 miles to get
That's because your dad was high.
That's probably true.
Yeah. he walked across the street, and he's like, that was like 10 miles, right? Yeah.
I want to know which voice were you in BoJack Horseman? I heard you.
I did 3. So in the last season, the second chunk of the last season, I was one of the acting students, Whitfield, the goat.
Oh. Wow.
I was him. So it was like, what do you think that if I do method acting and I get really into it, does that mean that you'll be okay with nudity? Because I'm totally fine with full nudity as long as it's in a performance. So that kind of thing. And then
You sound like Kaniz, I must say.
I think it also really helps to be at home. Like I'm wearing like these shoes.
Hey, those are incredible.
Can you show that again?
Look at those.
Is this
They're
the unused
unicorns.
thing?
Yeah, hang on. I'll take them off. You can look at it like, I don't know, like that. See? It's a unicorn.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
They're really cute.
All right, now, thank you so much. This is super fun. I'm going to go into our games for today. I'm very excited about this. Okay, now this is the part of the show that I usually do the entire show for, right? It's almost going to be like a battle. It's about comedy. It's improv. It's ultimately like a...
Wait a second. Did
Wait, what?
ultimately battle improv comedy?
Oh my God.
Ultimate improv comedy.
Oh, hey, Kaniz. Kaniz, why are you here again?
Anyway, thanks for having me. Anyway, it's cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it. So I get to decide the game.
You do it now that you're here. Yeah.
Okay. So I was telling you earlier, I think a really fun game for us to play would be a game called One Word at a Time Pickup Line.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I was thinking we'd split ourselves into two teams. So maybe myself and Asif and Abish and Kalki.
Oh, yeah, Kalki, come on, give it to me.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah, which side do I give it to you?
Yeah, that's fine. Both sides. 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so Kalki and I are a team. Kalki, what name should we give our team?
Kish Kish.
Kish Kish. Because
Because
why? Just
I
ask
don't
me
know,
why.
because
I
I think of Abish and with a K.
Kalki. Okay, so Kish Kish, team Kish Kish.
Asif, what do you want? All right, so our team's name is the Muslims.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm already being monitored by the government now.
All right, so how we're going to play this game, guys, is we're going to get a audience member who's going to come on screen, and we're going to pick that audience member up. Like we're gonna do one word at a time pickup line. So we're gonna get information about this person, and then we have to improvise a pickup line. But like Abish will say one word, then Kalki will say one word, then Abish will say one word, then Kalki will say one word, and you guys have to make a sentence that hopefully makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One word at a time. Got it. Kalki.
Yeah.
The key to this game is don't think too much. Just say whatever comes first, because that's the fun. That's when random shit comes out of our mouth.
Yeah.
All right, Abish, do you want to get an audience member?
Deadbeat Ducklings.
Oh yeah,
Kalki liked the name.
That was an interesting name.
Ducklings, your videos.
Hey!
Oh, there it is.
Hi.
So Deadbeat Ducklings, are you ready to be picked up?
I guess I am.
Can I just ask Deadbeat? Is that your first name? Deadbeat? Can I ask?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
What's your real name? Do you want to tell us your real name, or do you want us to call you Deadbeat?
Yeah, you can call me Janvi.
Janvi?
Yeah,
Okay, awesome. And what do you do, Janvi?
I am a student. Yeah,
Okay. Super. You're a student. And do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I like to read and sing.
Who should you want to start?
Let's start with Kish Kish.
Okay.
Oh, Kish Kish. All right. So, hey,
Little
girl,
Johnny,
would
your
vocal
movements,
match
the
groove
jingling
in
my
heart. Oh my God, that was tougher than I thought.
wow.
Janvi,
Do
you
feel
good?
about
You
reading
my
heart?
Cheesy. Cheese.
Now, Deadbeat Duckling, you'll have to choose. Who would it be?
I think Team Kish Kish wins.
Thank you. Oh my God, you got such great taste, I must say, Deadbeat Duckling.
Kish Kish wins.
We're doing this
Oh my
deep dive,
God.
by the way, with this best of three. So we're going.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, we're making the rules up as we go along, are we?
So can we get another audience member?
Clumsy Confessions, are you here? Would you like to be serenaded by us?
Hey.
Oh, hey. Oh my God, it's Elizabeth. Hi.
Elizabeth, what do you do?
I'm an illustrator.
Okay, so you draw. And what's your favorite movie? Do you like movies?
Oh, I love Sound of Music. Pretty.
Oh,
Classic.
Wow, that takes me back.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now you guys have to go, but you got to go fast, okay? So take it away, the Muslims.
Oh, we have to go really fast. Okay. Hey,
You,
need
my.
help.
Because
I
wanna
be
your
hula.
pooper.
Oh, okay, you stepped it up.
Yeah.
Stepped it up.
Not bad.
Hey, you need my help because I want to be your hula hooper.
Hooper, like helper.
Like a
Oh,
help.
that was
Oh wow, punning and everything. Wow, you guys had your
If the
coffee,
Muslims
huh?
are known for anything, it's the pun.
All right, okay. Let's connect and let's be together on that.
Eye contact. All right.
Yeah. Lizzie,
You
are
so
absolutely
wonderful.
that
I
cannot
even
think
about
anything
other
than
you.
That's so sweet.
That was very
Cute.
sweet.
I think we should just win out of pity. You don't want to break our hearts. Come on.
Don't do this. Don't fall for this. Don't fall for this.
Clumsy Confessions. Who do you think, Elizabeth? Who do you think won your heart over in this roundup?
I actually was going to say Team Kish Kish. It was very.
Use information. I forgot about you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Crazy Clumsy Confessions. I will see you in the next meeting. Bye.
Bye.
I just want to rub it on the Muslim's face right now. I'm sorry. Let me repeat that. There is no way to say this correctly without. Okay, team. You say you lost. I'm not saying this shit out of context.
What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, this was fun and games. It's not about really winning and losing. It was just friends hanging out. Anyway, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So,
All right, thank you once again, everybody. Please make some noise for the General Fund General, the ultimate improv battle star. We got Kanis Surka. Yeah.
we love you, Kanis.
Thank you so much, Kalki. Thank you so much, Asif.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
5-star Do Nothing Award. Today's Do Nothing Award goes to none other than my power bank. An extra heavy charger that you have to carry with your ultralight phone. Connected makes it look like a giant portable landline. But for the last couple of months, this has been doing nothing. Which is a great thing because there is nothing more disappointing than taking a half-dead phone and connecting it to a fully dead charger and going, damn it! Also, every time your friends spot it, they want to take it, but you also want to keep it. So now you got to negotiate and ration with them. Or a char light, hai na, do tu rakh, do main rakhta hu. But now, no power bank sharing because my phone is always plugged in, hence always charged. So, thank you so much, power bank, for doing absolutely nothing. And for that, I give you a 5-star. Oh, this guy likes you, huh? 5-star Do Nothing Award.
that you'd love me for me. Behind the silver screens, beyond my flaws. Guess I'm just wishing for what cannot be. 'Cause I'm in too deep, kinda lost. But only I can go change that, break, rearrange that, twist you to believe in me, twist everything you see. You try to fight back, good for you, I like that. 'Cause I'm only getting better than I'll ever be. You're drinking in bars and stinking of cars and chasing them stars on them fancy streets. Head up on Mars and soul that is starved and body belonging to more than me. Life is bizarre, you made it this far. I'd felicitate you and set you free. And I could seriously do with a little more space to just breathe. Now all I have's in continuity. My heart is on my sleeve, my brain's cut off. You should appreciate all that you feel, whether it's fake or real, before it's gone. 'Cause life's kinda like that, fight but it fights back. All you can do is breathe, fall through it, the freeze. It costs to be like that, pays if you slide back. But you'll never know just how much better you will be. You're drinking in bars and stinking of cars and chasing them stars on them fancy streets. Head up on Mars and soul that is starved and body belonging to more than me. Life is bizarre, you made it this far. I'd felicitate you and set you free. Baby, the hours don't matter, this house is better when you're around. So you could be drinking in cars and stripping in bars. Please let me be your personal superstar. 'Cause nobody gon' love you for who you are. Nobody catches feelings like your heart. So just breathe, 'cause it's you and me. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Just breathe, 'cause it's you and me. Just breathe, 'cause it's you and me.
Govandi is like most places in Mumbai. Crowded, noisy, bustling with markets and home to many of the city's working class. And Govandi recently became home to this guy. Meet Mehfooz Bhai. Mehfooz owns a restaurant called Shalimar near the borders of Nepal and Uttar Pradesh. He was merely in Mumbai buying parts to upgrade his restaurant when, without any notice, the lockdown was enforced. Luckily, he was introduced by a friend to Paritosh Pant, the founder of Feeding from Far. Together, they have set up a community kitchen and ration distribution system that has managed to provide over 9 lakh meals and 88 tons worth of ration at various homes. And counting. But they need your support. To help them feed and continue feeding, donate as much as you can and as often as you can. Now, Mehfooz and Paritosh, they are everyday superheroes. But you can be too. All you need to do is donate as much as you can and as consistently as you can. Remember, it takes 700 rupees to feed a family for a week. So go ahead and donate. The link is going to be in our description. And with that, it brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. It's a little overtime. I got to shut the studio down. So these are the people who made the show. Thank them. I'm going to wrap. Come on. Okay. Come on, wrap. Come on. Studio. Up.
Thank you for watching.